When we found humanity, the United Senates of Species wept. We were scared, not of them, but for them. The galaxy was in turmoil. The Axiom Warfleet had been tearing through uncharted space in a mad expansion spree. We'd tried to talk sense into them, even threatening them with arms, but they just simply wouldn't care. When they arrived in the humans' home system, Sol, as we later learned, we wept. It was negligence on our part that we didn't find them earlier. We could have warned them of the incoming danger. We could have tried to save them. But by the time we found them, it was too late. We thought we would never learn of this youngling species, and we watched with dread as the massive Axiom Warfleet came out of warp in their system. Surely, like all other young pre-ascension races, they would meet the invaders with arms and fight to the last of them, only to be conquered by the Axiom. Or so we thought. Something unexpected happened. When the Axiom landed their ships in order to assert dominance, both us and them had expected the Axiom ground troops to be met with stiff resistance and whatever primitive weapons the natives had. But instead they were met with cheers, friendly smiles, parades, and many exotic foods and beverages. Apparently it was extremely difficult to conquer someone when they were too busy throwing a celebration in your name, much less shooting a friendly face offering you many gifts. We watched with curiosity and awe. We thought that perhaps a few cycles afterwards the Axiom would continue their conquest of this system, but again, we were wrong. The Warfleet stopped on Sol 3, Earth. One had never seen an Axiomian enjoying themselves so much before. But all good things come to an end, of course. Soon the Warfleet would leave them, not without parting some gifts of their own in return to this extraordinary friendly species, and we were relieved. News of this new fledgling race that survived the Axiom spread like the plague, and countless species of the United Senates of Species flocked to see them with interest, and were all met with the same enthusiasm as the Axiom were. Many would say it was a very enjoyable experience. The humans' homeworld had lighter gravity than the galactic standard. The pollution was more than acceptable, and a great many things there were harmless to most members of the United Senates. Humans themselves seem to have drawn the short stick of evolution on the galactic scene. Many tests done on volunteers have decided that humans are subpar to nearly every sentient race on the galactic stage. Dozens of things could easily come to one's mind when asked why humans are simply less evolved than the other species. There's always someone that's faster than them, stronger than them, more intelligent than them, has higher endurance than them, so on and so forth. And while we wept at their misfortune, the humans didn't seem to be bothered much by it, bless those poor souls. Alas, all good things come to an end eventually. The bad news came in the form of the approaching Korvokian hive fleet. We never knew what drove them to attack Sol 3, but when we knew they were coming, we had time to warn the humans. We tried to evacuate them. We really did, but they simply would not budge. So we wept again, this time for our newfound friends who we wished we knew them longer. Most of everyone pulled off from their planet, but not everyone. For some insane reasons, those few chose to remain behind on Sol 3 with the humans, to embrace whatever fate awaits them. When our long-range scanners had detected a massive fleet entering their system, we thought it was the Korvokians coming to destroy this much-adored fledgling species. But to our horror, it was the Axiom. We waited with bated breath, hoping that they did not return to finish a job they had left the first time around. Minutes passed, then hours. Then those left on the planet sent messages to us that the Axiom weren't here to invade the Earth, but to protect it. We were surprised. All of us, and any skepticism was blown away with ease, just as the Korvokian hive fleet was when they arrived. The Axiom opened fire with no warnings upon the unsuspecting fleet who thought they were coming over to consume a scarcely protected world. Instead, they were met by a fleet that not even the United Senates could stop. The Axiom made short work of them. Then they made planetfall to celebrate with the humans again. It has been many galactic cycles since humanity was first found, and thanks to their intense curiosity and ease at becoming friends with others, you can find a human almost anywhere. From the sleaziest of Morahan bars to the Grand Academy of the Axiom military, no doubt studying their own tactical brilliance. They walk wherever they want, no establishment would turn them away, and in turn, they became the best of friends anyone could ask for. What is the best way to completely and utterly destroy your enemies? We asked the 3 finale contestants. The billions of pairs of eyes were glued to them, watching them both live at the hall and in the television. Consume them whole. The Korvokian representative answered, chittering their mandibles. The crowd murmured in agreement. Glass their planets into smithereens. The Axiom representative grinned with confidence, certain of his victory. The crowd applauded. There were some cheers. Then it was the human's turn. He looked over to the other contestants, then the crowd. With a smile, he answers, "Make them your friends." And the crowd lost their minds. Many got out of their seats to applaud louder than the ones around them. Some are in tears. And that's how humanity won the 502nd Pan-Galactic Weapons of Mass Destruction Convention Award.